All right, Kyle, we're Gucci.
All right. What's good? I see you just woke up from a nap. Was it good? I got you some warm food simmering on the stove. You're in the anime trap home. Remember that you're always welcome to come back and spend as much time as you like. You always have us degenerate, stinking, piss-covered hole fanatics. Welcome back. It's part 2 of 3, us doing Id Invaded, where we go from a wacky supervillain serial killer anime and enter a world of intrigue and betrayal. I'm your host, Kyle, not Cody or Harris Ramsey. And joining with me once again is Cody, not Kyle or Harris Chambers, and Harris, just Harris Khan.
Yeah. Hole fanatic. Hold on. Hole fanatic?
Hole fanatic.
What?
That's what we are. Everything's just holes.
Things holes, dude.
Yeah.
That's my next tattoo. Right on my neck. Hole fanatic.
Wait, but like, is it the word hole or like an actual hole?
Ooh. Like I could just put like a circle, like a whale.
Yeah.
And you put fanatic around it,
Fanatic.
and then people are like,
They're like, what? I'm like, hey, listen.
like
You
some
know.
reason that makes it like slightly less obscene, you know,
Yeah.
but still just
Doesn't it?
gross. Like the second you explain it, people are like, "What is wrong with you?"
I fucking hate it so much.
Does it have a hole?
Oh.
I'm a fanatic for it.
I'm gonna confuse people even more and spell like the other hole, like WHOLE. They're like, wait, hole fanatic about what?
What? He's not part fanatic; he's whole fanatic.
Like, listen, if you don't know, you can't fucking afford it. All right, get your broke
like
ass
that.
out of here.
Oh, that's our new subscriber nickname, Whole Fanatics. How you guys doing? What's been going on?
I'm all right, dude. So I wake up early, right, and I finished watching this shit. I bought some fucking some like 2 times caffeine coffee. Boy, I'm just
Yeah.
I took a lap. I took a lap around my house before we started.
It sounds like you got some 2 times caffeine, dude. I have not had my caffeine today.
I didn't even drink it either.
man.
I put it in a syringe and
Just
took it
off
like
the podcast.
heroin.
Just might as well turn off your fucking camera.
You might as well just turn me off because you don't see me just like.
Just turn off your camera.
I just got some Dunkin' Donnies. I don't know if it's gonna like fucking hit my system before like halfway through. If I start talking like way faster by episode like 7, you know why.
That's why.
I got Canada Dry, but it's caffeine free. So,
so it ain't
sponsored
shit.
by Ben Shapiro.
Like at the end. Oh god damn it. See, actually, Canada Dry, super dry, like my wife's vagina.
Well, you see, actually, the squirt soda is far inferior to Canada Dry, and
oh no.
no, it's a fucking meme about him.
I know. We normally don't. We don't talk to chat a lot, right? But somebody in chat, Purdue, he said Kyle shirt's fucking popping, and I just want to agree with him. If you're not watching this on Twitch or YouTube, you're missing out on some fucking sick ass Kyle shirt.
I got like 7 shirts like this. I love it.
It's so good, dude.
I'm
Yeah,
wearing a wrestling shirt because there was wrestling last night.
Shut up.
Wrestling every night. They have like
no, but there was
like the only sport that goes more than baseball.
There was like a pay-per-view for a wrestling thing yesterday.
Yeah. Did your mom actually join?
Yeah, she came in.
How was that?
It was good. She so last year she came with us to like a live event and she loved it. So
yeah.
But she was like kind of upset because she's like, I don't remember any of these people, so I don't care. And I was like, it's it's hard if you fall out of wrestling for like a month or 2.
Yeah,
there's a whole different people.
This guy's a bad guy now.
I was in it heavy with Harris. I would go to his house all the time when we watch pay-per-views and shit. Then I missed 1 week. I'm like, well, guess I'm fucking out.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Literally can't catch up.
Getting back in, no.
It's like 40 hours of wrestling every week. It's worse than a full-time job.
It's a lot. And ever since we stopped doing the pop culture podcast, like that's all I've been doing.
Yeah.
You know, like I stopped on wrestling for a while because of that podcast. I had to watch like not wrestling stuff.
Yeah.
And now that's all I do, and I hate my life about it.
Just crushing beer cans and pouring them over yourself when you sit down.
Just fucking lathering myself up in oil you know,
Just
and
screaming,
like
"That's the bottom line."
yeah, and just slapping myself on concrete outside, like just flipping myself like a fish, you know, just
Fuck yeah, dude. This is a wrestling
Uh,
podcast now.
just a
yeah,
wrestling
it is.
podcast.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you guys think of the episodes,
Oh,
Cody?
oh, it just keeps
Oh,
getting better, dude.
right?
It's just so good. It's so like mystery and smart and fucking, just beep boop. I love it. Cuz there's like shit that happens and I'm like, what? I see myself doing that more often than not, like, wait, huh? What? How'd
Yeah,
they figure that
yeah.
out? But
Yeah,
it's
you're just making
still
shit up.
it's still so good that it doesn't matter. Like all the dumb shit that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you need. Because all
Yeah.
anime is dumb shit until cool shit happens.
I mean, that's yeah, like like Dan Harm, the fucking I can't think of his last name right now. The
Dan
guy
Harmon.
from that's it. His story circle, like he's got this like clear act structure, but anime just is like no, it's just dumb shit, cool shit.
Dumb shit, cool shit.
Anime is literally people just come up with ideas of scenes and how do
Yeah.
you get to those scenes? You know, that's anime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is actually terrifyingly accurate.
Mhm.
What'd you think, Harris?
I give it a dope as dope, by the
yeah.
way. I forgot to give my thing. I give it a dope as dope.
I don't care.
Okay.
This is really good stuff. My favorite thing about this show is how almost like every episode is a self-contained story, but the arcing story is still there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't make the individual episodes seem less important. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think a lot of shows do that where a single episode will be boring because it's not developing the overarching story.
Yeah, or
Because
they're like
that's more
they'll just like
interesting.
they'll just do like the single episode, and then they'll just like give you just a squirt, just like
Yeah.
a piss, just one piss flake about the arcing story. You're like, okay, I could just skip this whole episode. This doesn't fucking
Right.
matter.
Like
Yeah.
Supernatural is a prime example of that, right?
Mhm.
You have 23 episodes of a thing. And only 5 episodes contribute to the arc, and then like the last episode of the season, they show you all the episodes that actually meant something, and it was like 3 of those 23
Yeah.
episodes. You're like, all right,
Yeah.
well, and the
The rest
individual
of it
episodes
was
are
just-
cool, but if they're not, like it's completely useless. And I don't think we've gotten a really useless episode here yet.
Yeah,
We were pretty close with one of them, but we still
Yeah.
got something to the overarching story. So I think it's great. I love this shit. I love Sherlock. I love all that kind of stuff. So I love the deduction stuff. I'm all
Yeah.
for it because I think I'm smart, but I'm
You're the
I-
you know who you are, dude? You're the fucking drill head guy in the sand episode. He's like,
yeah,
fucking
absolutely.
smart, dude. I'm a fucking
100%.
brilliant detective.
I'm definitely
I-
a brilliant
He's
detective.
like,
Oh,
he's
shit.
like, but wait, like, we gonna eat this bitch?
We're gonna
Like,
eat her.
no.
You're like,
No, we're
she's
not eating
dead.
her.
No, we're gonna drink her blood
Hmm.
and then we're gonna eat her. Are you a fucking?
He's
you
like
know?
clearly this is where we're going.
Yeah.
And the only way that I can ever help anyone is just give them like some theoretical bullshit that they can apply to whatever they're doing. That's exactly
Yeah.
the kind of intelligence I have.
You're like, man, that's very convenient. That bullshit I was saying helped you out.
Right. Right.
Like I didn't know we were in a sitcom. That's on me. I
Like
don't
even
know.
with the quicksand, he's like, I didn't fucking know. I just read it. I
Exactly.
think somewhere. I don't know, dude.
I read Dante's Inferno one time back in college when I was trying to fuck a bitch, and they were talking
That's
about
it.
hell, and I said that stuff and that worked for you, I guess. Okay.
Fucking, I don't know, dude. That's
So,
why
yeah,
I live my
definitely
life.
have a hole in my head. Right.
Yeah.
I definitely have a hole in my fucking head.
Yeah, my pee.
Yeah. I dope is dope.
Dope is dope. Dope.
Dope is dope.
Yeah. I'm giving it dope is dope too. It's just great. It's exactly like this is the stuff like when I was bitching, like, oh, can we just get something like drama? Like this is also what I meant, where it's just
Yeah.
like things
It's
matter,
really good.
characters die, even if they're not characters you care about. And
Mhm.
like, I don't know, there's just like intrigue and I want to know. And honestly, these episodes we ended on kind of hurt because I really want to like
Yeah.
they're not showing us yet
Yeah.
where they're in. You know,
Yeah.
we got the Inception moment. I'm like, get me in there. Get me fucking in.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
let me see what the fucking dream in the machine is. And
Yeah.
then they're like, all right, well, she's in it. He's going to be in it. But we ain't going to show
Yeah.
you who's in it.
Yeah.
I do wish they like somehow like hinted about this Kiki character at all
Yeah.
previously, but like that's like my one of my only gripes about this shit because like that shit was random. Now they're like suddenly like very central plot point.
hmm
And they
Also, I've
also
listened
kind of
to the
mentioned
end
that
song at least 18 times since last week. I listen to it at least 5 times a day.
You know,
Oh.
dude, I'm about to stop watching this shit on Hulu because I clicked finish watching credits just to listen to the song and it skipped the fucking credits, and I'm like, well, you know, I'm about to break shit because that song is so good.
It's so fucking good.
We need like, you know what's a good idea for the podcast? We need to have a power ranking of the openings and endings for all the shit.
Yeah,
we
that'd be
watch.
nice to put on the review section of our website, Kyle.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. I wanted like all the things that you want for that.
Yeah. Okay, we'll
get it.
discuss that not here.
I made
Yeah.
a YouTube playlist that was just this song like 8 times.
Yeah.
Just find a 10-hour version of it and just fucking bang out.
But also we could do like a live like power ranking thing. What's it called? What's that tier list creator thing? Like we could have like and we could just like have it like playing. Like we would be like discussing and playing it together and just like screaming about like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. That'd be
I mean,
a
we
fun
definitely
video for
fight
like
over the-
YouTube. We could fucking
we
make a video of that
definitely-
shit.
We definitely fight about Demon Slayer's.
Oh, dude, no. I'm driving to Kyle's house before we start this, just so I can beat the shit out of him when we listen to Demon
You're just
Slayer.
gonna see there's a window right there.
Yeah.
You're just gonna see a
I'm gonna be
face
just standing like
off screen.
He'll be like, and I'll just start shaking my head like, you motherfucker.
Oh, all right. Time for the plug. Let me sip some for
Yeah,
this.
get ready. It's a big plug.
The plug. I don't like that.
It's not that much.
It's time to fill the hole.
Fill the fucking hole.
Actually, I didn't even fucking. All right, I'm gonna have to wing some of this. Whatever. You can find us at twitch.tv Trapcast Entertainment every Sunday at 12 p.m. Central. If you can't make the live stream, you can find the podcast on YouTube or anywhere else. If you don't find it there, tell us. We'll get it there. Is it the Arby's official site? We'll get the hookup. We'll find it.
What?
If you like listening to us be idiots and want to fuel our cocaine addiction, you can support us on patreon.com/anime trap house. We got hentai episodes, manga readings. Why?
Yeah!
What
Yeah,
the fuck?
dude! Let me
No,
enter
I do.
you.
I'm always trying to fix it, but I can't. I can't. Like 30 years of not being a weeb is like catching up with me.
Manga!
Every weeb was a weeb at one point, at all points in their life, just a weeb about other stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Like Harris is a wrestling weeb.
And we have dumb streams coming down the pop line. We honestly are looking to try a lot of things, and I hope it's fun for y'all. Also, for our new Patreon subscribers.
There it is. Oh. There it is.
Most importantly, though, join the Discord over on our Facebook site at ATH Gang or on our Discord server. And also, we have a website, animetraphouse.com. That's the part I forgot.
How you make the kisses sound so good?
He does it really
I'm good at.
Also, all the shit Kyle talked about, all the links are going to be in our show notes. Just saying. So if you need to find shit, click the show notes.
I'm more of a
Hell
licker
yeah.
than a kisser, you know?
You going full Japanese, just getting in their pit, just
And
the deodorant
shout
you
out
got.
our Patreon producer. What did I call him? What was the wrong name I called him? I called him Nick, right? I think Nick was
Yeah,
wrong.
I'm pretty sure you called him Nick, and his actual name is Chris.
Yeah, Nick fucking Purdue, dude. Like a Ninja 2000. Shout out to you.
I still don't know his first name.
It's Nick now. I don't care. I don't care.
But oh my god, I can't wait for the correction.
The worst part is it's his brother, you know? That's the worst
Yeah,
part.
so like either we're just shouting out his brother or him, and
Yeah.
either way.
The entire Purdue clan.
No. I don't want to shout out his brother, but we
No,
are
never
kind
mind.
of. We kind of are, but not really because he's Nick now.
Okay, fine. I don't know.
I don't know. Here's the part where my roommates just fucking resent me for.
Yes, they're gonna be like, "Why did we move in with this fucking guy?" I know what time it is.
You need to get
Every
like
day.
the sound dampening thing and just hold it up when you do this one thing.
Yeah, just put up 2 fucking pillows next to your fucking face.
Yeah, just
dude.
get a helmet and just scream.
Every day, every Sunday at noon, he just starts shouting plot. and I'm just trying to sleep in on
Yeah.
a Sunday.
Like I drank way too much last night. I got a hangover, and I just hear this idiot fucking screaming plot.
I'm like a rooster.
You're the fucking noon PM rooster, dude.
It's about that time, ain't it?
Plot.
Oh no, dude.
Oh man, we
Oh,
make this for ourselves.
Yo,
We make this for ourselves.
real talk. That was my favorite plot.
It's all right.
Oh, Harris doing the chicken thing. Oh, like I know we started this as just an audio podcast, but the visual, I'm telling you, people, go watch the shit on YouTube also. Do it both times.
We need to just fucking end the podcast right here. There's no good place to go from here.
It's only gonna go downhill.
Yeah,
Uh,
that was beautiful.
all right. Episode 5. Now that's what I call a kiss. Perfect form, up close and personal. Yet you maintain eye contact for dominance.
Yep.
Kazuto loses the staring contest and backs away and puts on his cap and then runs. If you guys don't like stare down the person you're kissing
Yeah.
for for dominance, you're just not doing it right.
If you also don't like know them or ask to kiss them, that's even better too. Just fucking
Yeah.
walk up to
Like, it's
strangers.
the first
Who
time
cares?
you've met them, and you're
Yeah.
just like,
Preferably by a crime scene.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. That's
these
how to
people
do
just
it.
died. Look at you.
I got a hole in my head. Look at you.
Yeah.
Hanamachi
one.
finds Matsuoka waiting in the car. She tells him that she found Kazuto, but not the part about the Mac attack because she is a lady and doesn't kiss and tell.
Mhm.
She does blush and gush
the
though.
Mac.
Turn up.
the Mac.
Ta-da-da-da!
Yes,
Elsewhere-
you did. Yes, you did.
Hell yeah.
Elsewhere, the perforator is in an interrogation room. He's saying something about no two head holes are the same and that Kazuto's head hole experience is different.
Hate
That's
it.
basically it. I don't know.
Yeah. What?
In the
Hold
car,
on.
Matsu-
What is up with anime and holes, dude? Everything's a hole. Like, it's not even us at
Oh,
this
yeah.
point anymore. We're not even doing it.
And so I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. We are hole fanatics.
Whole fucking fanatics, dude. Right here. What's up? Next tattoo. I'm gonna put a hole right
Whole squad.
here
Whole
of
squad.
a fucking just a whole squad.
So who's gonna be the first nerd that really likes this anime and just gets a fucking dot on their forehead?
in.
I should Google it because that has to be a thing.
I'm in.
I bet
Cody,
Squeaky
you give me a dot right here.
Squeaky got one. He got a hole in his head.
There you go.
It has to be a thing.
It has to
Well,
be.
you got a dot. You got a mole right there. It looks like shit, right?
I feel cold air going through it. It's fine.
It's not a hole.
It makes me more aerodynamic. So my Naruto runs are 3% more.
Oh, that's smart
And
as
it
fuck.
also creates a
dude.
whistle.
On a windy day, I'm like, oh shit, it's windy out here. Like, I have to hold the hole.
In the car, Matsuoka asks Hanamachi if she's 23, why she's acting like a middle schooler because of some kiss, like you too old for this shit.
Yeah.
But like,
They heard the lowly shit and they're like, no, hold on. She's
Oh,
23.
she's
I
23.
promise.
It's fine. It's fine.
And you're
She
like,
just looks like she's 12.
Okay. Why
that's
she?
what I'm saying. I'm like saying, you see the way she's been dressing? Like, she clearly has a little fetish. Like, she's
Yeah,
got some
right.
crayons and a juice box in her backpack for sure.
Right.
Oh, 100%.
She's
100%.
definitely trying to Chris Hansen some fools out there.
Oh.
You know.
How old do you think I am? 13?
Yeah.
You're under arrest.
You're under-
Like, that's it.
Pervert.
I'm a cop. I'm a
I'm a cop.
13-year-old cop.
Yeah.
But wait, you're 23. Like, yeah, but you wanted me to be 13, bitch.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
He'd be like, that's
I
not
don't think
illegal. That's not illegal,
I-
stupid ass.
I don't think Little Space is about like baiting people to go to jail, but you're
I
onto
don't-
something.
I don't know what that means. You're just
There's
saying.
a
There's a community.
Yeah, there's a community for everything.
Yeah. I don't know. Some
Ugh.
people just really like to I don't know. I'm not getting into it.
Yeah,
I
please.
forgot
Let's,
myself.
let's not. We don't need to go. We don't need to go down that road. I'm fine.
Hanamachi finds it odd that he would be there at all. She then makes a logical leap that you could only make if you know you're living in a TV show. Like in Scooby-Doo, it's going to be the only other character they introduce in the episode.
Mhm.
Not much of a mystery when it's just that fucking old dude you saw like
Yup.
5 minutes ago.
And I like when she says this, the guy's like, okay, sure. Like,
Yeah, maybe. Hanamachi deduces that Kazuto was there because he knew it was a copycat because he was the real gravedigger. You're like, hey, all right. You're talking about like everyone else there was too, like, but
right. Well, no, but him, he had a hole in his head,
Yeah.
and you have to have a hole in your head to be a serial killer in this
and he's
universe.
missing. So like clearly,
Right.
It's true.
the theory is basically that Kazuto realized he was had, so he went in to shut her mouth up, but decided the most logical way of doing that was to go in for some smooches. There's the whole mystery of the gravedigger never leaving behind murderous cognition particles, and Hanamachi thinks that maybe having a fucking head wound really is mixing things up. That for him, barreling and fermenting people is an act of love.
We're doing it again, huh?
That's
Bringing it
what
back.
he said, dude.
Bringing it
Dude,
back.
the show did it later.
The show did it too. We were just ahead of the curve on that one.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm still not
I didn't
happy
like
about
that.
it.
Because I wrote as I watched this time, and so I wrote that not knowing that it really was a thing.
It's a thing.
We did it.
They drive back to the place, and she scans the area for cooties, and shit's hot. He really was trying to kill her.
Cootie gun.
That's what it is.
I love it.
Here's a little middle schooler. Just like,
Ew.
Damn.
There's fucking cooties
level
everywhere.
pretty
Yuck.
You know, this is gonna need to have like a brainwave. You know how everyone talks about how superheroes often are kind of shit for what they do? Like Spider-Man's web stuff alone could have reinvented the world with its practical uses and been in like $1 billion industry that helps people. And like Batman could have just spent his billions on like social welfare programs to help uplift the community instead of just punching people for committing crime they probably don't want to commit. Like, why are these police out here doing this? Wouldn't it be a bit safer if everyone had this gun? Like, it's more than a rape whistle. It's like a pre-murder whistle. Like, why didn't we have this? Why didn't she just have that shit going on when he was like close and going for the kiss? Like, she could know that, like,
You know,
she might be in danger.
politics.
Politics.
That's all I'm gonna tell you about
Politics.
everything you just said. Politics.
Politics.
Politics is why we have Batman punching people.
Yep.
Batman's a Republican.
Batman could have just like, hey Joker, listen, I'll give you the best, doctors. We'll get you better. We'll get you better.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of just wailing on his face every time he sees him. Like,
Yeah.
the man is clearly mentally ill. Why
Yeah.
is your first reaction to whoop his ass?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
Let's-
hey man,
Let's-
let's talk.
Let's help him a little bit,
Yeah.
You think with all that bat stuff going on, you would be better at listening to him.
Right. Poison Ivy's just an eco-terrorist. She's,
Oh, Poison Ivy is the most sympathetic of all the villains. She's right.
Yeah, and Dr. Freeze, if there was universal healthcare, he wouldn't have to be doing what he's doing. You know what I mean?
Dr.
Oh my
Freeze, you
God,
mean
yeah.
Mr. Freeze?
Dude,
He's a doctor.
how many Dr. Mr. Freeze? How many villains? How many villains are we going to create in our like society that are like based on like, oh, I can't pay medical bills, I'm going to kill everyone before we go? Maybe we should stop having that like be a problem. Like,
Right.
if we keep making
We-
characters.
We made a movie about that and it starred Denzel Washington. Literally
yeah.
was a movie.
Oh, that movie was so good too.
The movie was so fucking good, dude.
I remember you just telling me how much you love him crying.
Yeah. Dude,
I have that.
I
have
love
that burned
watching
in my head. I think about that
watching-
moment way often.
Watching Denzel cry is a work of art. Dude, he can fake cry better than I can real cry. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a fucking
Right.
It's amazing.
Are you crying? No, I'm not doing as well as Denzel.
People watch me cry and they think about Denzel crying and they're like, "You're fucking faking it." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah. I've seen Denzel do it. He does
Yeah,
it real.
He does it way better. He's real.
I cry like a champ.
Anyways, they reiterate the same shit back and forth a few times when it cuts to Skydle falling from the sky. It's like a single house up on Bespin. This ain't Cloud City, it's just Cloud Retreat. That's what's up. No, like it's just up. It's up.
Cloud Air House. Cloud Air House.
Cloud Air House.
No,
No,
it's like Lake House, you know?
Right.
Air
I'm
House.
trying
Right,
I'm
right.
trying to make an up joke though.
Oh, don't take it from me.
You have an up. You both wrote up jokes. Fucking nerd, dude. Don't take it.
Don't take it.
Don't take it.
My joke.
That's my joke.
Sakaido no parachute crashes and tumbles his way, gripping grass to slow himself down, catching a broken pipe just as he falls off to the side. He gets himself up and he enters the house. Kairo's been chilling there, doing her thing, getting blood everywhere.
Being
Classic
dead as
woman.
fuck. Yeah.
I hate how he grabbed the grass.
Oh, hold on,
instead of, like-
Kyle. Fuck
What?
you, dude. Come on. What's wrong with
What?
you?
What'd I do?
He said, never mind. Never mind.
Hmm?
No, I don't want to. I don't want to talk about it. Go ahead, Harris.
We moved
I-
on.
Did I like?
We moved on. Harris.
I hate how he
dick out,
grabbed the grass instead of like doing the anime thing and like dig his fingers into the ground and like drag it along, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because I
Yeah.
feel like that would have made more sense in
The
general
anime.
instead of like grabbing a handful of grass that you know just pops right out, you know?
Yeah, but it'll slow you down a little bit, right? Like I would have.
It depends. I mean, that grass was thick. The grass was thick with 2 C's, but still, I don't know it was enough. I don't know it was enough.
They got some fertilizer on that grass.
Yo,
Yo,
for
that
real.
lawn, they took
Hey,
care of that bitch.
Hey,
dude.
I'm not gonna lie. After this scene, I went to Pornhub. I typed in grass stuff, and you wouldn't
I-
believe the shit I seen.
I typed in grass hole and I was looking for
Oh
it. You know?
yeah, I just watched
That's
a
like-
dude.
I type grass play.
Grass.
Yep, dude just fucked the ground. He just fucking
I want my beard to be grass, you know?
yeah.
Oh, you look good with a green beard.
You look great with the green beard.
I had a blue beard one time. A blue
Ah.
Papa Smurf.
Hell yeah. Papa Smurf gonna lick your ass.
Come on.
Look my ass, bitch.
Yep.
Actually, she isn't really getting blood everywhere. She's floating on a saucer of her own blood. It was very hard for me to catch that the first time.
I didn't
because
understand.
it like
I
did
couldn't
like a
understand.
it did like an overshot, so you couldn't tell. And then like there's a part later where he looks under and I'm like, huh? What's he looking under?
But it's I need someone to tell me the physics of this. Okay. He's like, if she was stabbed in midair, the blood would go everywhere, right?
Dude, I don't this whole part was just like pure bullshittery. Like there was
Yeah, like so the house had to be not falling. Someone had to have stabbed her, so the blood would have just pooled right underneath her, and then it would have started falling, and all the blood would just come off the ground.
like there's enough gravity for him to be on there, but not
I didn't understand.
I don't get it. I just, it's one of those things. You're like,
it's
okay,
it's just dream
You-
physics. So like I'm just like
you
fine.
just say okay. Yep, that's it.
I need someone much smarter than I am to explain it to me. But if none of you can do it, then
There's
y'all are stupid.
This
I
is gonna be the
definitely
part where
can't.
Papa Squeaky comes in and corrects us for the second episode in a row.
Right? He's like, well, actually, my wife's vagina is super dry, and the doctor says it's great.
I don't think Squeaky's Ben Shapiro.
I just I like using that voice more than anything in the whole world, and I can't do it as good
Yeah.
as you, and it makes me
But
very mad.
your Aziz Ansari voice is the best.
But that's only good when I use that fucking that thing, the chipmunk modifier. Yeah.
It's so good though.
I wish Aziz was funny.
Mhm.
Sakaido takes one glance and suddenly is acting actually like a brilliant detective. He figures based on the blood and the environment that she was stabbed in the air and placed there to hide somewhere with the killer. So I don't know, like the killer does like some kind of finger painting around the dead body. Like I always hated that about funerals. Remember when you had to like finger paint Gam's blood?
Yeah, that was the worst,
No, you had to go and wash your hands in there. You know.
Yeah.
because my family was always like, "You can draw, go do it." So I'm like, I don't want to fucking put my fist in a Gam's stomach, dude. Sick of doing this shit every year.
In the play that Shakespeare wrote about Julius Caesar, after they stab him 23 times, they wash their hands in his blood.
Yeah.
That's gangster, dude. I don't know. Like, if I ever kill someone by stabbing, I'm definitely washing my hands
Oh
in their
yeah,
blood.
100%.
Well, how else are they going to catch you red-handed? It's just like,
Ah, yeah.
That's where it comes from.
That's where it comes from.
That's
You're
where
a
it comes from.
fucking brilliant detective, Kyle. You're
Yeah,
fucking
dude, you definitely Sakaido, you know?
yeah. That eye can see more than we can see. It's not fair. You
Yeah.
got an advantage.
You think it's looking at reality? It's looking at other shit.
It's
man.
just we've
That
said
thing
for
was in the
years.
multiverse, dude.
like like dogs and cats and kids are like looking off at weird spots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're doing that. You're just seeing ghosts and shit. We've always said throughout our life that you got one eye on the titty and one eye on the streets. Like you live in that good shit, dude.
Anyways, he checks under the blood and surprise. There's a woman with heterochromia and a demon's voice. We already know it's a chimera of the killer's victims. It's like Jeepers Creepers, but waifu edition.
Yeah.
The detectives find an estate that matches the building and a soy sauce brewery nearby. They ask if they are trapped inside, if it's not a coffin, but a barrel they are fermented in.
Fermented. See? Soy sauce.
Did I fucking call it?
You called it.
Soy sauce.
Yeah, they said soy sauce, and I'm like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
yeah.
yeah. The dead waifu says that it's a super scary monster out there, which is why she's hiding under a dead body in the blood, like some kind of World War II soldier. He asked where the man who killed Kaoru is, and she said probably fighting the scary monster. I don't know. Skyro tries to find a weapon to use around the house, and here's something random. Whenever I buy something, even like a soap dispenser, I always imagine it as a weapon. It isn't like some kind of serial killer fantasy, but I have more with thoughts because it's like the ordinary objects around your house are the scenery and your own worst nightmares that if they happen, you know? Like that's just what happens. So when I'm shopping, I'll joke and be like, yeah, this looks good, but also I could really brain someone with it.
Exactly.
I could just fucking neck somebody, dude.
If I'm like in my bathroom and I'm washing my hands and someone comes up behind me, like this is the only tool that I will have to defend myself.
Soapy hands. That's why when I buy soap, I buy acid soap. And if you don't wash it off your hands at a certain time, it melts it.
My dream house is actually just looks like a Mall Ninja's like hellscape.
You just press a hole in the wall and a fucking shuriken pops out.
It says fucking shitty mall swords everywhere. He has to have so many because every time he hits him with one, it's not sharp enough to cut, so it just like leaves a fucking bruise on his arm.
Like in an anime, if an anime character comes in there, they're like, "Wow, you are the smartest man alive." And if any like rational human comes in, they're like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?"
Yeah.
You don't need to live. Like, get ADT or something, dude. Like,
how many thousands of dollars did you spend on dull swords?
Like, no, see, I have it in this compartment in the wall, and it's constantly sharpening it, so I hear it all the time. And if it stops, I know I'm in trouble. You know?
Yeah.
He finds scraps of a photo. The detectives, that's the word, piece it together as an old middle school picture. Sakaito climbs under the house with pipe fittings, and underneath the house is John Walker standing upside down like Dracula. He's got a blade in someone, and they get diced up. Like you barely get to see who he's cutting up. He just fucking chit.
Oh, it was so satisfying too. He like dags it in,
dags it in,
and then like pulls off the entire limb with the knife.
Yeah.
It's so good.
This is like every white kid's dream scene right here.
Yep, that's definitely it.
Like if someone comes into my house, right, and I have a fucking sword that pops out of the wall, I'm like, here it is. I'm fucking stabbing the arm and just ripping it off their body. You know,
you can't say that though. You're not the white kid. You don't get the white kid dream.
Yeah,
I'm white.
You watch enough wrestling.
Listen,
that's true.
All right,
that's true.
Listen, I'm white adjacent. I live in the suburbs and I have a dog. Okay,
and I have a dog.
But you don't like camping.
I don't like camping. We've evolved past that. I don't know why he's doing that.
When was the last time you went to Apple Orchard?
Right, dude.
I actually went to an apple orchard like 3 weeks ago, so you can eat my asshole. I went to a sunflower orchard. How you feel about that?
Oh shit!
Okay, I never been
you
to
surpassed
that.
us, dude.
Jesus Christ! What am I?
Right.
I don't know. Y'all fucking me up. I might be voting for Trump because of my tax rate.
Oh, okay.
Just saying, dude.
Why are we doing this on an anime podcast?
You did this. You brought me here.
You can't escape that shit in this world anymore.
You can't take me to the prom and then get nervous when I'm trying to roofie you. Okay.
Come on.
Come on.
You saw the package.
Like, that was my favorite part of prom was buying the roofie from the shady drug deal. Yeah, that was my favorite part, dude.
Of course.
Cody, we spent prom together.
I know. That was yeah, that was good, dude.
That was good ass.
That was the beginning of the whole obsession.
Yeah.
Wait. I remember where I'm at. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Scotto.
Scotto
links his attack vase at John Walker from a distance, then Spider-Man ceiling runs at him. John Walker just yeets himself off into space. He can't take another punch like last time. He knows that.
He
I didn't
knows.
understand. Like you had this knife, you're just slicing and dicing, dude. This dude throws a vase at you and runs up on you, and you dip. I don't
He,
get
do
it.
you remember how hard he
you
got
see how
punched?
long he threw the vase? Like,
Yeah. That punch had to hurt, dude. Dude hit him
That-
right in the
that-
fucking
That
button.
base situation didn't make any sense either. Because
exactly.
the second it would have hit the air, it would have went flown up.
That's what he just assumed he could run on it, and he also assumed that he could throw it, and also he threw it from a comical distance. If I'm gonna try and kill someone with a vase,
Yeah.
you bet I'm just gonna break it over their fucking head,
Right.
like fucking Donkey Kong.
I'm
But like,
running up on them quick style.
or like at least putting it on their head so that way they don't know where I am, like in Elder Scrolls or something.
Mhm.
But like, he sees him on site. He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid as shit. The foot soldiers arrive at the brewery. There's wires in the barrels. They open them up. Liquid starts to fall out. At this point, my lips start to curl, imagining what it might be, because I just,
Mhm.
that shit was
Fermented
gross.
human pickle juice.
Yeah. Pickle juice.
And it's not any of those things though. It's gasoline. He turned dead people into gasoline.
The old fermented dinosaur juice.
Ah, yes.
That's where I'm trying to go with that.
Classic.
The entire place gets rigged to explode. The detective from the beginning of the last episode is screaming that the gravedigger did this with no intent to kill, just as he's consumed by flames. Which has to be like a weird fucking thing. He's like, he did this without thinking about killing me.
I'm so stupid. He didn't even think about killing me, but I'm dying.
Also, the detective Lolly, an old man renegade cop, followed the lead to a woman in the photograph. The woman grabs a tissue as she notices Hanamachi's head is bleeding. She asks if it's okay, and Hanamachi says it's got to be concerning to look at. The woman, while rubbing on her skull hole, says not at all.
Yeah.
Wink,
Yeah, dude.
writing,
She's like,
foreshadowing.
I got something that can
Foreskin.
fit in there.
Smegma.
Oh, ew.
Oh,
Why?
why
What?
did you say that word?
Where did you
know?
come from? Where did you come from with that?
I said writing, foreshadowing, foreskin, smegma.
No,
I was,
Yeah, okay.
I was just
I
doing
got
word
it.
association. There was
You
nothing.
just pulled a fucking Harris with that one, dude.
That's
yeah.
what I was trying to do. And
You
you were
did.
fucking.
You did.
What do you
It's-
mean pull a hair? So I think I just like randomly associate words together.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally all you do.
Fine.
Absolutely looting. I got nothing. I lost it after that one. All right, it's hard.
Absolutely looting, rioting, protesters. Wait.
Trump 2020. See,
God
it all
damn it.
comes back to it's all comes back
See,
together.
that's where I didn't want it to go. I stopped
Yeah,
myself.
I don't have any fucking chill, and then Harris had to fucking take it 8 steps farther. Thanks.
Hanamachi goes around asking about the middle schooler's love life. This is playing right into her little space tendencies. She enters in her little space and deduces that the other woman did have a crush on him, and at the very least during middle school. They get into a discussion about what is cute and what isn't cute, and if girls or boys find the same things cute, but the woman reasserts that Hanamachi is definitely cute.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hate this.
I
Oh,
hated it
hated
so
it.
much. The conversation was happening, and I'm like, what? Why? Why is this happening? I don't.
Yeah.
It's,
I don't know. It
the
keeps
girls,
happening.
the girls like, I just want to fuck everything. I don't care, you know.
She's like, but you are definitely cute.
Yeah.
She's like, probably was making eye contact with that hole.
I feel like Hanamachi was like, listen, I don't like girls. I don't want to fuck you. And the other girl's like, that's cool, but you are fucking cute though.
But then what?
But then what? Can I shove shit in that head hole you got, dude? Like, I just, I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Is that
I
acceptable?
want to slap. I want to whop my wop on it. You know.
Let's slap our floppy wops together, dude.
I think I'm saying. Is it whap?
Wop. It's
I
wop.
think. Is
I
it?
Hold on, let
yeah,
me.
but you're you're doing a slur when you're saying that.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like.
I don't know.
That's why whap.
Wait, no, it's not WAP though.
Yeah, because it's not. It's a. You know.
But
Like-
in the song, she goes, "I'm talking wop, wop, wop." Yeah, that's what
see,
she
I
says.
don't- That's why I don't like it.
I'm
I think she
fucking-
just wanted to like. She was like, "Bet I can do this slur. Like, I bet I
Right.
can make it fucking viral."
Right.
She's talking about wet ass penises.
Wait. Really?
No.
Yeah,
Oh.
100%.
Hanamachi asks if she's ever had a boyfriend or been in love. There's a
I get
shot
wet.
of the kitchen, and the knife block is empty. The woman hesitates. Hanamachi figures she's been in love with the gravedigger his whole life. So she drops the biggest whirlwind slam a middle schooler has in
Okay.
her arsenal.
I've seen this in so many things when people will look at an empty knife block or something and be like, "Oh, damn, someone's got that knife." What if she's just fucking washing her knives?
That's a huge, yeah.
I don't understand. I hate that shit. It's happened in so many things where people be like, "Oh yeah, you got a knife missing here. That must mean the killer's right behind me with a fucking knife."
Or if you're like me and you just have like some weird patchwork of random knives and like there's just
Yeah.
like it's like I have this knife block and I don't have any of the knives that came with it.
See, if I came to your house, I'd be like, "Where is he?
Who's here? How
Where
many
are
people
they?
are behind me right now?
Where's the trigger?"
Maybe
Like, it could just be someone who just doesn't have their shit together.
Yeah, right.
maybe in Japanese culture, if you have a knife missing from your knife block, like your
You
family
just throw it
disowns
away.
you.
That's the
Yeah.
thing. Like, you can't let people into your house until all your
Knives
in
are
your block.
clean. Yeah.
Right? It's like, "Oh yeah, you can come in 1 second," and then you run real quick and like wash your dishes and shit and put them in there.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like it. It's stupid.
Anyways, Hanamachi drops the biggest whirlwind slam a middle schooler has in her arsenal.
Mhm.
Kazudora and I have already kissed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hanamachi draws her gun. She taunts her by telling the woman that she hasn't been murdered by Kazuda, that there was no brain confusion with her. The old man had been stepped out for a phone call this whole time, so he comes into a very fucking confused situation.
Yeah.
Like, they were talking about love and girls when he walked in, and now their detective with a gape in the skull is fucking drawing a gun. He's got to be like, what the fuck is going on?
Like, I thought you were about to go fuck or something. How did this turn so fast?
Say
Also-
I'm fucking cute now.
Damn. Okay. Also, she wasn't supposed to have a gun either, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the no thing for some fucking you're
I-
going after
like,
serial killers.
Nobody even acknowledged that one.
Yeah.
Hanamachi declares her as the gravedigger, that the murders committed by Kazuda were out of love for her. We see Kazuda standing in a dark corner with a knife. End episode.
Dun dun dun.
I gave this episode a up out of Saw
Okay.
I like
because
that.
the
Slowly
floating house in the
So up.
and then Saw because there's booby traps when they were trying to come in and get him, and then Love, like
Yeah.
Is
his
Saw
wife is, like, all
Saw
part of
about
it and
love?
everything.
Have you guys
His-
ever watched more than like
I've
I don't
watched
even
all the
think I've-
Saws. I've watched all
Oh
of
my
them.
god. I'm sorry. I've only seen like half of one. I was like,
I've had Saw fests like at least once every 2 years where I watch all of them back to back.
yeah. How's
So
that?
I'm
do for
very
yourself?
knowledgeable about Saw. Oh no, it's awful. I
Very.
need to watch like cartoon for like 2 days after it because it works on me.
So you don't like? I hate that you say I don't like spoopy.
It's not spooky. I don't do bad shit that someone's gonna like kidnap me and like.
You
Force me
don't,
to cut
but
my
like
leg
it's
off.
super yucky. You remember?
I don't care.
When we watched Evil Dead,
Look
dude.
at Cody. Look at Cody like doing this podcast, but he's like, that's yucky.
That's yucky. I
That's
don't
what
care
he
about gore
says.
porn. No, I don't care about gore porn. I have no
You-
problem with that.
You hated Evil Dead, and that's all Evil Dead was gore
No,
porn.
because it was spooky, so it like got me to the level of scared, and then was hitting me with the gore porn. And I was like, like
Okay.
Ooh.
I didn't like it.
Ooh,
But
Yucky.
no, I don't care about gore porn.
It's
I'm fine with it.
yucky.
But yeah, he starts becoming Jigsaw because some doper killed his unborn child by pushing his wife against the door. or
We're just
something
gonna
like
ruin
that.
Saw now.
Yeah.
We're
It's
just
like
gonna-
the fifth movie, dude. Like what?
Yeah,
don't-
I have only seen the first two.
Okay, well, fucking
Thanks.
spoilers, my guy.
Thanks, dude.
Like, Dude,
Don't
it,
watch
it gets convoluted as hell, and I know that.
It's very
I know, like,
convoluted. It's very convoluted.
more convoluted than time in Dark Souls.
Mhm. Mhm.
Episode 6. Inami, the actual gravedigger, opens up the streams on her laptop because I don't know why she's just trying to like incriminate herself. She flips the laptop and procures the evidence to the investigators. The old man, at the last second, notices the knives are missing and shoulder checks Hanamachi just as the knife strikes where she would have been, into his own side now. That dude really was just going to try and just snipe her from the second store with a knife
With the
instead of
knife,
trying to like
dude.
instead of like doing a hostage situation or anything, he was just trying to just fit like
Yeah. It's
Well, he had to
pretty.
think really hard about doing that. Otherwise, he would just want to kiss her from up there. You just pop out of the corner and be like, fuck! And, like blow kisses at her and shit.
He probably was just holding the knife going, "Mm, oh wait,
Yeah.
no, wait, oh, wait, no. God damn it.
Almost got it. And they're like
They
stabs
return-
himself. Fuck.
Fuck, I really fucking don't got this. They return gunfire and Kazuto runs into the hallway. Back at the Idwell. Oh yeah, remember that interesting thing about this show? It felt like had been so long at this point. I was like, well, oh yeah, there's this stuff.
Yeah.
Sakaido says the love puppet has a purty mouth. She says she doesn't know, and she's made a change to hide from the monster. And there's no mirrors in the house. And out in the lawn, there's the pieces of the boy that had been ripped by Jack, not the Jack Ripper. He's calmly whispering to her from the lawn, and it's definitely middle school Kazuto.
And he's just got one arm holding onto the rock, with like no limbs. He's like, "Hey,
He's like, "What's up?"
hey, come out here."
Hey, how's it going? How you doing?
It was
Just
yeah.
chilling out here with one arm.
It's really
and
dumb.
No legs.
It's really dumb.
Really appreciate it if you just came and said hi.
It reminded me of that joke where it's like, "Oh, I'd crawl through a mile of broken glass just to hear her fart through a walkie-talkie."
Mm-hmm.
Like I would hang from a rock from a falling house in the sky as someone cut my limbs off just to say hi to her. You know?
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah, that's it. Elsewhere, Hanamachi tells the old man to just shoot this cold bitch. She's heartless anyways. Might as well put a bullet in it. They fire a couple rounds to bait Kazuto off the second floor into the open. I don't know why they didn't wait for backup. Like, they called backup, and I don't even think backup ever even arrived. Like, they could just wait it out.
Right. They knew where he was. They had guns, he had knives, you know?
Yeah, they were completely in the power there. Anyways, Kazuto rolls across the floor, dodging bullet fire, and tosses a knife into the wall behind Hanamachi. He goes to lunge at Hanamachi. She fires a gun. We get a matrix shot of a bullet traveling to him and through the fucking hole in his skull.
Yeah.
That was some straight anime shit. And I knew it was gonna happen.
Me too.
You know?
Yeah.
As he started like weaving and stuff, I was like, I bet you she's gonna shoot the fucking throw.
Yeah.
Fucking fuck him in the hole. You know?
I
was like, how would you rate this against the high school DxD boob snipe?
I've never seen it.
Very close. Very close.
Very close.
Hold on.
I wish it would have been a little bit realistic and like at least gotten a little bit of the hole, you know?
Just a little bit more brain.
Yeah.
Hold on. Boob snipe? Let me know. Tell me. Who? When?
The guy shoots a sniper, right? And it
First off, he's laying on top of a girl. Like, I don't know, he's using her boobs as like a rest.
Yes.
And he's like, it's one of those etchy ass fucking animes. And like every time he's firing, you just get gratuitous boob jiggle for a bit.
Okay.
And then
the bullet travels, right? And then it cuts to a girl's boobs out, and her boobs are flopping around like this. And then the bullet goes between each flop.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Can we, when we start doing hentai shit, can we do high school DxD?
It also does that right after a the bullet goes under a panty shot, and we just do it directly under following the bullet.
Okay.
For no fucking reason. It's the most like.
Okay, so it's just etchy. I'm down.
Yeah, it's the most extreme etchy I've ever seen.
If you're a 13-year-old kid and you've seen that, like, it blows your fucking mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's how your hentai addiction starts.
The funny thing is, I remember being so fucking bored with that fucking show.
I never watched
probably.
it.
Like, give me an etchy that has
I'm out.
That has good, like a very good plot.
No Game No Life.
No Game No Life isn't etchy. That's just a dude and his sister having a really weird relationship.
It's pretty etchy.
I wouldn't say it's etchy. It's just they just do not okay shit.
There's like 6 bat scenes in that show, dude. It's 13 episodes. There's 6 bat scenes.
I know.
Cody, this is just one of those things where someone is telling me that it's not something, and if you Google it, it just says what it is.
Yeah. Fuck.
I've had this conversation. I'm like, this is pop, and they're like, you Google it, and they're like, yeah, it's pop. And like, it's not pop.
I just don't want to say it's an etchy because I like the show, but I really hate it every time they're like, "Hey, see this little sister? Do you want to see her panties?" And I'm like, "No,
could have been better.
Yeah.
I fucking don't want to see that."
You try to filter that out, but No Game No Life, etchy.
Okay.
Kimono Michi, etchy.
Kimono Michi is 100% an etchy if you like to fuck animals
and you like wrestling.
and you like wrestling. Etchy. I don't know if Hamtaro's edgy.
You filter it all out.
Oh my god! Everything they do is just a euphemism for a butthole.
Yep.
Uh,
I hate this.
anyways, she's out of bullets and she's in stabbing range. And hopefully she can do the same trick with her own hole to hide that knife. Actually, she hides the knife from before in the dude's chest. That's when the knife block. That's what the knife block is for, bud.
Mm-hmm.
Like
she used him as the knife.
He's the new knife block.
You're a knife block.
She's like, oh, you don't want to use your knife block? There you go.
New one.
Now you got a new knife block. Put all your other knives back in this knife block.
He goes for a final goodbye kissy right in front of the other girl, then collapses. Later, there's a huge fucking funeral for all the dead police officers. I actually wasn't sure if they were going to be dead because of Baki.
Mhm.
I should have known because the dead detective had brown hair, unlike everything else in the anime.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's
He
like
didn't-
having.
He didn't say like having to draw breath from my lungs was holding me back from doing this one technique that I've always wanted to do.
It's like having regular boring brown hair in an anime is the equivalent to a red shirt in Star Trek. Like, I don't know. You're expendable, my dude. Like,
Yeah.
get some hair dye. I don't know.
It's very true.
This dude has pink hair. This dude has green hair, and you have brown hair. Fix that shit, or you're gonna die.
The detectives are all questioning. Oh, wouldn't it be good for like a video game? I'm sorry, I'm imagining like it's side scrolling, like Mario, like it's big and small, like that's your like life bar thing.
Yeah.
Like you could be like an anime character, and your hair just gets brown when you fucking get hit.
Like
You
your
have,
hair is like bright pink, and then the more your health goes down, the browner your hair gets.
Right. Right. That'd be perfect.
You just get more and more generic looking, but like when you're
Yeah.
at full health bar, you've just got like sparkles and shit and everything.
You got your eyes are fucking two different colors. Your clothes are fucking all wavy and shit. And the more you get hit, the more like your shit turns into a suit.
That sounds
amazing.
fucking
And then
good.
the last hit that you get hit by, you don't even get hit. It just says off screen.
Yeah.
The screen just goes black, and then
Yeah.
you hear yourself die. You're like,
Right.
all right.
It's like a Super Smash kill, like you're just off
Yeah.
the screen and you leave.
That sounds good.
We could make a fucking great game.
The detectives are all questioning how many people are related to John Walker. They say to control people's emotions and make them serial killers sounds like fiction. Hello? Have you seen your job description, my guy? Like, look at your fucking resume.
Right.
One of the detectives, the one who seems a little cocky and has a headband, asks if it's possible to just visit someone's subconscious directly, that maybe he's using a Mizuhaname system as well. They don't know any details about the system they are using. The inventor, Shirokoma, is missing. Kind of seems like an obvious lead to the situation, yeah?
Yeah.
Headband detective notes
Weird.
it's possible there wouldn't need to be a second Mizuhaname. It could be someone within the well staff. That would be why they hide their identity.
Mm.
This is the part where I was really getting into. I was like, ooh, intrigue.
Intrigue. Oh.
Honestly, if that was the case, that's just smart. That would mean they are creating the problem that they are solving. This dude's out there ensuring that he gets a fat paycheck next week. Shit, I need some OT. Time to dive into a dude's skull as Jack the Ripper.
You Cylon?
Are you Cylon?
You Cylon?
You Cylon?
You Cylon? I thought you were saying Cylon, which was like
I
way
will.
more-
I will never forget that game when we played
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Kyle's like, I promise you, I'm a Cylon. I'm like, why would you do that? And then he
Yeah.
was a human at the end. I was like, why would? Why
Yeah.
You do that?
You're like,
I
what
don't
was
understand.
what was your goal?
The goal was everyone was drunk, and I think we won the
Yeah,
game.
it was. For the people that don't know
Yeah,
what we're
you can't-
talking about, because we like to talk about inside shit all the time. Battlestar
Yeah.
Galactica. There's a board game. We were drunk. We played it. We sucked at it. That's what happened.
Mhm.
You just can't rely on me not to do something because it's hilarious. Like,
For sure.
they inspect the house of the gravedigger and find mics and cameras. John Walker was watching them after all. Elsewhere, the old man corners Hammond, the director, as they are leaving the funeral. He says that he doesn't think they really need criminals to be detectives. If the prerequisite was just murder, then he can point away. Sakaido opens his eyes in a well. The sound of a train is running. There's blood on the walkway. He's seated in a car. He follows the trail of bloody footprints sourced to a seat in another car. Kaoru out there bleeding again in her seat. She's sitting down and staring at the seat across from her. He follows the killer's steps the dude really sopped his boots in her blood before leaving. He didn't even
Yeah.
run away. The footsteps are like, uh, they're not long steps. They're shortly spaced apart, and like they're clean boot prints.
Yeah.
Like, dude was trying to make a good blood trail.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like, bitch, I fucking stabbed the fuck out of her. Hold on, let me get this blood on my street.
Yeah.
Let me
It's like
step.
it's like every 3 steps he had to like walk backwards and backtrack just to get more blood to make it better. Like,
That's what I was saying. I was like, that's so well defined of a boot print.
yeah. Or he just like got a
Also-
bucket of blood and like every 3 steps he
Yeah.
like lifted his feet up and like rubbed some
Just
more
step in
and
it
then
real
just
quick.
kept walking.
Or
yeah.
he did
Yeah.
like the Looney Tunes thing where he got like sticks with the boots on the bottom and then like just put it in the bucket and like
That's smart.
and then like on the bucket.
Yeah, I like that
Bugs
a lot
Bunny
better.
did that shit. Mhm.
Also, there's random skeletons and dead people in the seats.
Yep.
It was just making it really creepy. Like sometimes this show does things that are like, I don't know, like someone has the right kind of brain for me, where they just add just a little, just a touch, like that little touch of paprika
Right.
that I love.
Right.
The detectives identify the train. It's a train from Kazuda's and Anami's high school route. At the crossroads is all of the gravedigger's victims watching the trains pass by. They're in Nabi's ID well, the actual gravedigger. When she was 14, she saw
Idwell.
Yeah, Idwell.
Fucking
Idwell.
idiot.
When she was 14, she saw her mother jump in front of a train. They're on that train. Sakaido
Not good.
reaches the end of the trail. It leads directly to the first car. It's an Ouroboros. You ain't ever getting off this train. There's a young Inami on the train. She's holding a bloody rag and the bloody shoes are next to her. Sakaido figures a killer wouldn't just sit there with the evidence, so she can't be the killer. So he sits across from her. Across the aisle sits a boy. We know who it is. Detectives figure the train is stuck at the exact time it ran over her mother. She's been stuck in that moment in her subconscious the whole time. And in the trees, there's a shadowy image of John Walker. Inami is being held at the well facility. She wants to meet Hanamachi. Elsewhere, the director is inviting Hanamachi to become a brilliant detective. That's the name of the position. Like that's what you're gonna put on your resume. Brilliant detective.
Yep.
And like,
Detective, got it.
you can just say that you're a detective. No, it's a brilliant detective.
No, it's a very specific job title we had. Okay, I was a junior brilliant detective. Okay, and they promoted me to senior brilliant detective. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine, I think you just throw brilliant on it, like any brilliant forklift operator.
I'm a brilliant
just how
burger
they-
flipper.
that's
That's
just
what they said.
how they named the position. You know,
They were like, Kyle, you're a brilliant forklift operator. I'm like, I know, I'm putting that on my resume.
That's what I'm doing. I know. This I know.
Sakaido is sitting in limbo with the well. There's nothing else to be found. It's like the part of a video game where you think there's more, but there isn't, so you waste an hour for fucking nothing.
Mhm.
He's holding her hands and crying into them. She died to show him nothing. He didn't want her to die. Like, he didn't want Kaoru to die. He just wants to save her. Hanamachi goes to thank Matsuoka for recommending her to be a brilliant detective. He explains that the requirement isn't to kill, but to be a serial killer. That she's been acting shady as fuck running off on her own. That she probably felt good for killing that man with a knife. That he's just protecting himself and his colleagues by doing this. And then the episode ends with a cliffhanger. The red-haired detective walks in and tells Momoki, the head inspector, they found a match. The devices they recovered matched the ones found in the Challenger's room. Home, not room. Home.
Mm.
End episode.
Yeah, so I didn't say a lot during all that
Yeah, it was a lot.
because it was a lot, but it was so good. Like the circular train and like the diving into this person's like Idwell.
Yeah.
It's just so good. It's
Yeah,
this was such
there
a good
wasn't
episode.
really a room for a lot of jokes. There's a lot of revelations and just like plot is moving.
Yeah, but it was so good and like made me sad, but like creeped me out at the same time. You know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's just I love when people humanize like
Things and
villains.
just like, yeah.
You know, like clearly this person has problems, right? And people that commit villainous or like violent crimes have problems, and I think it's more to just be like, yeah, they're people that have just had fucked up pasts, right? And we need to help them get better instead of like, no, fucking kill them because they're bad people. So I just thought it was really cool because when we were presented to her initially, when Hondamachi confronted her, she was like really cold and like callous, and you're like, oh, I hate this bitch. And then you hear about her story and you're like, man, that's intense. That being said, I gave this episode an oblongs out of Snowpiercer. The dude with no body just hanging out on the side of the house. That shit was hilarious to me. That shit had me straight up thinking about
such a good reference.
It's really good.
I wanted to make a Train to Busan reference. I just fucking couldn't.
Yeah,
I was like, there's dead people. There's a train. I got nothing.
I went with Snowpiercer because it like feels like that train is never ending because of how big it is. You know,
I still never finished that movie.
Yeah, dude, you need to finish Snowpiercer.
It's good.
Yeah. Episode 7.
Don't brush it off like that, dude. Snowpiercer.
Episode 7 opens with Matsuako talking to some detectives in a field. He's stoked in that this place actually looks like a serial killer's house for once. Oh, I beat you.
Yes.
The building had been completely abandoned, and the tape from the crime scene left there 3 years later, which I thought was ridiculous. Like, of course it looks like a serial killer's house. It's been fucking abandoned. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, like, okay, that house is a nice fucking house, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you clean that bitch up and you put that on the market. I don't understand how you just leave it.
Especially when it's got a whole arena in the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Seriously, dude. You just put like some mat down, some ropes. You make a wrestling ring down there, dude. Call it the Slam Pit Pig.
Slam Pit Pig. Slam Pig Pit. That's where they get fucked.
That's where they get slapped around. You just oil them up and just slap them around.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Matsuoka mentions that, damn, he really fucking had this dude on sight. We get a flashback of Narisago opening the door and double tapping the dude from the doorway, finishing with a headshot. It was just pop, 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 pop.
Dude, he's a G. He's like, you
from
gonna make
the doorway.
You gonna beat the shit out of my kid? Pop, 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 pop.
which again is like it's weird because I feel like in any other situation, any other show, you would imagine the father to just like go and like beat the fuck out of this dude with his hands. But he was like so fucking cold. He's just like bat, 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 bat.
Yeah,
done. And
he's like,
That's what I was thinking of. Like, I don't know, like my own like revenge story, like ideal revenge story, like involves way more violence.
Yeah.
But this was just like dead.
Yeah.
That's how, like, you know, again, that's like, to me, that's okay. Like when you get ultra violent about it, you know, like it's really emotional, but you're like, I just hate this guy because what he did, but like I don't want him to suffer, you know, bet, and goodbye.
I want him to not be around on this astral plane anymore.
Right.
Pop, pop,
like
pop, pop, pop.
That was good.
They check the scanner. It's still picking up Narasago's intent to kill 3 years later. This shit's like the Chernobyl of murder. Also, I feel like in this world, having cognition particles still floating around that could lead to some spooky, like haunted stuff going on. Like, you know, like if these particles are real things and they can literally permeate 3 years later, like there's got to be like ramifications for that, right?
But like, this was so obviously a trap. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like and we realize a little bit later on, like they're assuming when they pick up these particles that they are the person they think they are.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily know. It doesn't have like their name on it. And it was like, no, there's clearly someone still here putting these particles out, because when they try to get the particles somewhere else and they're like, yeah, it's just not here. It's like, so that no serial killer ever has walked through this very crowded area.
Yeah. Right.
Like,
And like,
yeah.
I forgot how many like active serial killers are in the US at any time. Active serial killers in US at any time. No, there's some like number.
In chat,
25 to 50.
In chat, Purdue says that the particles were there 3 years later, but before they said they were blown away by the wind, which is still really dumb.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like that means that there's just no fucking draft there.
Yeah,
I don't know.
there's
Well, like,
zero draft.
When the murder had happened, right? I'm sure people came in and examined the area. Like none of them made any wind motions to
Right.
make them particles move around. Like,
No.
come on.
No, they move
You saw it,
very
they just fucking
slow.
left it.
Okay, they move super slow.
That is like one of the few things where I'm like, I don't know.
Well, no, it's a trap. Like obviously someone's been there.
So
Yeah.
what? Did he bottle up his particles? Because we know it's definitely a subconscious because it's just the
Well,
the
no,
story.
I'm
that
saying
tells
it's
that-
not even the Challenger's well. Like it's
no
John
that
Walker's.
well he picked up was Nariusago's, that one.
Oh, it must have been
Because
planted there.
we see his kids in that one.
Oh yeah, that's
And,
right.
like this one's got to be that.
Yeah.
Unless someone like bottled it up somehow and then like put it back there.
Or
because-
someone's manipulated their idwell so much that it seems like it's Nariusago's.
Which is also an option, but it'd be so fucking ridiculous that I'd be like, all right, what the fuck is
It's
this
not-
show doing?
It's not that ridiculous. Like, I mean, that's the shit that
Yeah.
happens in Inception. That's literally Inception. Is
yeah.
make the dream world, make it seem like the person who's dreaming it's their dream. So like you
Yeah.
make the idwell be like the person whose idwell it's supposed to be, but it's actually another one.
If that happens, they literally just they watched Inception. Or like, I got an idea.
Right,
That was
let
it.
let me cross out a few
Yup,
things.
let me
Idwell.
change
And
the
again,
name up top.
I'm
Oh.
not saying that's what's happening, but like if that
Yeah.
does happen, it just gives more credence to the idea of like we want to do this scene and we want to do this scene and we want to do this scene.
Yeah.
Let's
Connect
put a flower in Ellen Page's hair.
them.
Um,
give her a maze to create.
Yep.
You know.
Give her a hole in her head.
like that.
Uh,
In the basement, they find a full cement arena, complete with the stands. Matok walks down to the challengers arena just as some quote unquote accidentally, like some
Mhm.
guy accidentally turns on the fake audience track he had. Like he's just pushing in buttons he sees in a
As
serial
a
killer.
detective, he's like, "What does this do?"
yeah.
And fucking
Oh,
yeah, come on.
I would have just shot that dude on principle and be like, I don't know, I was startled. Like, you waited like 10 seconds before shooting. I'm like, yeah, I was really mad. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's fucking crazy too. Like this Challenger guy kidnapped people, brought them here. They woke up and he's just like squared up. Like
Yeah.
fucking get ready, dude. And you're like, what the fuck? Where's this audience? I don't
Yeah.
see anything.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Fucked up.
I wish they would have shown this because it's
Yeah.
just kind of cool but terrifying.
Yeah,
Gross.
like it would have
There's
been
so much blood on the walls.
so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see how
Uh,
big the Challenger was. Like what? Like how?
Well, we saw him
Bad.
get shot.
Yeah, we saw him get shot. He
Oh yeah,
wasn't
that's
big.
true.
He was,
He's
he
not
was
big at
pretty
all.
lengthy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
he was
just a
lengthy.
regular fucking dude. He just
I don't
looked
believe
like
it
an
then.
anime character.
There's
Which
no way.
I also, yeah, I don't believe that dude was a Challenger.
No. not
Yeah,
at all.
I thought we would have had like some fucking just
Yeah, like
motherfucker.
fucking-
Some Baki looking motherfucker.
yeah, some
dude.
fucking Mr. Oliver comes in, just fucking like.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna whoop your ass and I'm gonna drink your blood like wine and eat you,
You
like
think
steak.
the
Yup.
challenger between like each round would just like have those like long ass wrestling 80s style like
Promos. Like you wake up in this arena and you see the giant Titantron, and then this guy's cutting a promo on you.
Yeah.
Like all your personal shit that he found in your house. Like,
He's
and
literally
that
just-
sock that you masturbate in, you're never seeing that again, brother.
I'm the cream of the crop.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
He's got some half and half just flexing on you while killing you.
Just fucking dropping fucking half and halves like throughout the. God, that was such a good interview, dude.
They get some more murder particles. They ask if Nari is going in. Momoki says the new girl's got it. In the time they did the intro for the show, Hanamachi already did her job. She found John Walker in the Idwell of the Challenger, and the detectives in a meeting map out everyone connected to John Walker, including Nari Sago. They conclude that even Nari might have been influenced by him becoming a serial killer, and that they're going to have to enter his Idwell. We see him sitting in a bed staring at the ceiling. File 07 Thunderbolted.
Thunderbolted.
File 07 Thunderbolted.
File 07. Thunderbolted.
File 07.
Hell yeah, dude.
I don't know if I missed the other ones or what, but I didn't see them. So like here we are.
Yeah, that's because the train one was so heavy, you know?
Yeah.
The train one was just like, man, this is like, what the fuck, dude?
I'm fucking
tough.
sad.
She's like, I'm him.
This brilliant detective's got some thigh highs on. She wakes up on a giant numbered board. Thunder rolls from above. People are screaming and running in random directions. A lightning bolt taps a dude into jerky. Hanamachi's avatar goes to stand up, but she's handcuffed to Kaoru, who's already been struck in the piece that she's laying in. I know this dead girl's name. It's Kaoru, and so I remember my own name, Mio Hijiroro. I am a brilliant detective.
Brilliant
You dumb
detective.
idiot.
I don't like how Kairu is the same anchor for all of them.
Yeah, that's one of the many like intriguing parts about like that's going to be a mystery that's going to be revealed.
It's
obviously.
probably the creator's like kid or something like that.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I just want to shout out her design, Hanamachi's design as a brilliant detective, because she's just wearing like thigh highs, right? Which, first of all, A1. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
like
yeah.
thigh high. Like
Hell
name
yeah.
one thing better than thigh highs. You can't. You fucking can't.
You can't. You
You
literally,
literally can't.
Socks and thigh highs are king of everything.
King, horny peak. You
King.
know what I'm saying, dude?
King.
And then she has on like the Sherlock Holmes hat and a fucking
Yeah.
like an
Coat.
overly big coat, but
Yeah.
the camera will sometimes go underneath it to show what she's wearing underneath it, and it's just like a crop top. Like, so you're
Yeah.
just wearing a big coat over a crop top and thigh highs. What? It's like, what's happening?
It's good.
You going into the fucking id world to fuck? Like,
This is literally like she's wearing like her
Yeah.
boyfriend's coat,
Yep.
and she's got the thigh highs on. Like that's her. That's her.
she just got dick down and she's doing the walk of shame in the idwell. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
She done fucked Sherlock Holmes and now she stole his shit, you know?
Stole his hat and coat. Forgot to put on
Also,
clothes.
she says she's a brilliant detective, but you dumb idiot, that's not even your name.
You always getting your name wrong. How you so fucking smart with your name wrong?
Yeah, stupid idiot.
Fucking idiot, dude.
Stupid.
Also, I wonder if we were missing out on some sick wordplay from not knowing Japanese with her names.
yeah.
And I also wonder why she's the only one with a full name. But
It's spooky.
but I did Google that first question, and Reddit came to the rescue about that shit. So every brilliant detective's name ends with "do," and wondered what that reference was. And like reference one is that the title is Ido Invadido or something. I don't know how to pronounce it. So like it's a way of having Ido at the end of everyone's name,
Okay.
you know.
Mm.
And reference two is that like Sakaido equals alcohol. Anido equals whole.
God
Nice.
damn it.
And Hijiro Mio equals expert, virtuous, and reign, period.
She's
So
like,
like,
I'm gonna get Inido tattooed on me.
yeah, just a night. Well, it would be like whole well. So it's like
Oh.
alcohol well, whole well.
No,
I
no, no,
think- I think that's what it's supposed to be.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna get the hole right on my
Mhm.
neck, and then Inido tattooed around it, so I'll be whole.
I don't like that.
In the cell block, our boy Perforator is chilling on the floor. One of his favorite activities in prison. He also got a hottie serial killer to look at across the hall now.
Yep.
The gravedigger is admiring him, wondering how he got that hole in his head. They explain their own backstories, then Narisago interrupts them by headbutting a wall because he's so big brain he knows his idwell is being explored right now. Like
Yep.
he just, I don't know how the fuck he got there.
I don't either.
He's got blood running down his face. Like
He-
how hard do you gotta headbutt your wall?
pretty
before
hard.
people in the cell next door notice, you know, like they got glass and everything. The detectives also elsewhere are noting that they only have some of the numbers struck. Like also everyone, wait, huh? What did I write there? They only have some of the numbers. I think I'm trying to write that they only like all the numbers that are being struck. They only have some. They have partial of the code. You know.
Yeah. Well, because it's so big.
Also, everyone who is dying is people's Narisago knows. Obviously, like, well, who else? He's not going to make up people in this. In the Idwell, Mio is still struggling with her cuffs. Then she realizes she needs to solve the murder. She drags Cairo to the body next to them, flips him over, and it's the extra crispy Narisago. Nearby, his wife and daughter are running, calling for him.
Yeah. They're very, very concerned about him. And then not anymore.
And then not at all.
They're like, oh no, Narisago, and then never again talk about him.
I mean, that's probably how your family would be.
Oh, 100%. Like, oh, dead. All right, where do we go?
She deduces that she was handcuffed here to protect her from lightning strikes striking the same spot, but she knows that there's still a probability to be struck by real lightning. Also, this shit can't be real lightning. It looks very similar to real lightning, but is very punctual every 9 seconds. Using the dead man's keys and gun, she frees herself and establishes order by shooting in the air and telling everyone not to move from the spots that are already struck. After that, they just sort of become mannequins. It's just creepy the way they just stand there and just like, I don't like it. Then Mio starts running between lightning strikes from spot to spot. Really, she could just be patient and see what happens when every spot has been struck. Like, you don't have, I mean, maybe I'm just lazy, but like, just wait until there's more spots.
You're just chilling. Just like, yeah, you know, I need to go there, but I don't want to run.
Yeah. She stops where his wife and daughter were hiding. They asked if Mio could help people being struck over the mountains. And Mio is like, damn it, I'm a detective, not a savior. And there's some sad moment where the daughter says that they can help too, and Momoki, watching Idwell, is smiling, seeing her again, and be like, it's really just like her. Like, I don't know, it's her fucking dad's. Of course it is. She finds a cockpit. She finds a cockpit on a mountain. The detectives are confused. That would mean the Idwell is being updated somehow from the actual living subconscious. You know, maybe you're right about this whole like plant thing, but this whole shit is fucking wild. So I don't know. On the back of the cockpit, it says on the Idwell of Kiki Asukai, the last victim of the Challenger. Mio goes to step into the cockpit. Momoki tells him to get ready to eject her. A door opens and some suits walk in with the chief. They have a warrant for Momoki's arrest. They are accusing him of being John Walker. They have data of entry from his devices to the equipment that was found, and a body was discovered at his house. And the yard was the body of the inventor of the Mizunome system. They go to extract Mio, but it's too late. She's in a well within a well.
Oh! Literally just stole this shit, dude. When this happened, I was sitting on my couch. I'm like, yep, they're just fucking taking it. They're not even trying.
They don't even fucking care. Night later is in the yeah.
It's not. It's like, and it's not like how Inception was. Well, I guess Inception you did have to put that thing on, right? There was like that little machine. Okay, never mind. It's the exact same.
But it's a little different because you had to set up the thing to do it. Like this one, they're coming upon the machine.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And they're the ones like invading the dream, but like not trying to convince the people dreaming that it's their dream.
Right.
So
we don't know what they're doing. We haven't seen anybody in the dream yet. They could be doing anything.
They could just be fucking getting sucked on by snakes.
Getting sucked on by snakes. Why did it go there?
I don't know.
Snakes what else? Is
nature's flashlight.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
You remove the fangs, you got a good flashlight for a few days.
Yeah.
No. That's a bird.
If you get enough protein in them, they could probably live for longer.
You probably just like when you're done, just run over a fire, and now you got like a nice cream pie snake,
salty snack.
Yeah.
Okay. Glad we could go there.
You don't like that?
No,
you don't like that?
Not at all.
Okay. You should write down things you do and don't like. Yeah. I don't know. We need to like build a list.
You guys, we got to figure it out, huh?
Yeah, we gotta like. I don't know. We're just trying to be accommodating.
No.
We thought that's what you'd like.
We thought salty snakes was right up your alley.
Yeah. Nari later is in the interrogation room with Miss Togo. They've concluded with no sightings of John Walker in the well that they were in, which doesn't make sense because if the shit gets updated, then there could have just as easily been like he could have been in there. Like it doesn't make sense because they're looking for something. They're operating under a lot of assumptions, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, because they literally have no information and everything is an assumption, but like none of these assumptions have been wrong so far. Kind of
Yeah,
frustrates me.
that's
Like
what I'm saying.
I want one of their assumptions to be incorrect. Just to prove like they're not right all the time.
Nari uses his big brain to deduce Momoki isn't around because he would have delivered this news to him. Toko tells him that he's suspected to be John Walker, which makes him flip his shit. I mean, their shit, the table shit. He flips the table.
He flips the table.
There's a part where the detectives crack the random number code within Nari's Idwell. The numbers corresponding to the lightning strikes were the digits of pi, an endless number that is seemingly random but adheres to order. I don't know why, but I really love putting it that way. Like that just makes me happy.
I just don't know how you pick that out from the numbers. Like
Right.
immediate, like it was pretty quick. It wasn't, I mean, unless there was some time juncture that we missed or something, but like to be like, oh yeah, that's definitely a sequence in pi. You can say that about any sequence of numbers and say it's in pi.
Yeah.
Probably would eventually be. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand how that could even be like if
They
someone
keep-
came to me and said that's the answer to the problem, I'd be like, you're a fucking idiot. Like,
You don't fucking know.
You don't
you
know
fucking
shit.
like, yes, you're saying that, but like, what does it mean?
They
You know?
keep
And
saying
then-
how the other people are brilliant detectives. This dude is the actual brilliant detective, like figuring
No, but
this
that's
shit
what I'm saying.
out.
He literally just he's like, yeah, you know, every sequence of numbers is in pi. So
Yeah, it's
that's
just
what
pi.
it is.
It's pie.
But I'm just a regular detective.
They're talking about pizza. I want a pizza. We're gonna get a pizza. Then we'll figure out the mystery after we eat the pizza.
Anytime in the rest of my life that someone asks me, like, what is this number? I'm gonna say it's a sequence in pi. Doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm gonna tell them. That's what it is.
Okay.
The episode ends with Nari saying they have Momoki's well and that he's going in. Oh no, it ends with him saying that if they have it, he's going in.
I give this episode a Baki out of Final Fantasy X
Hell yeah.
because the underground arena
Yeah.
and like everything. being connected. Hell yeah, dude. I wanted Vince Tokugawa to be down there, you know?
Right. And then the old dude. What was the old dude's name?
Dorian.
Who lived down there? Yeah. He's just out. He's the one beating the shit out of people.
Yeah. That would be the
And then
big-
he's like, "What I like to do is I like to rub my body up in grease before we fight, and then punch glass so I could beat
then
the
he-
shit out of
and
you
then
with
he
glass in my knuckles."
Then he starts singing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my god. I would watch a whole anime about that.
Would
Give
you?
me that. Yeah.
Would you?
Because
Would
it's
you watch
Baki.
it?
You can
Was
watch Baki again
If
right
it's
now.
hold on,
Baki.
if it's not Baki or from the creators of Baki, I would definitely watch that shit.
Come on.
If it's animated
Uh,
differently than Baki, I
being
would definitely watch
unrealistic.
that shit.
And then Final Fantasy X because of Thunder Planes, you know? Like you gotta time it so
Oh,
you can get
okay.
the 200 dodges.
Yep, I
And
got
then
you.
and then forcing kids to save the world because she was like, oh yeah, you go help people, I need to go solve this crime, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go beat Sin, but you're gonna do it after me, even though, you know,
Okay. It's a
that
good
means
one.
what it means.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
It's got
I'm fucking
layers.
smart, dude.
Fucking
I'm
like
fucking
you're
like
like an onion, dude. You got fucking
I'm fucking-
layers.
Yeah.
a fucking
You're like a
onion,
cake.
onion powder, maybe, you know?
Why?
Episode 8. The episode begins with the detectives reviewing Kiki's file. She rarely attended high school. Her parents hated her, and she attempted suicide a bunch.
Kiki,
She was
do
rescued.
you love me? Why you trying to kill yourself?
Do you got a hole
I
in
don't-
your head? Do 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 do.
No, that's
I don't know
she's-
this one.
Oh yeah, she does have a
You
hole
don't-
in her head. No, she was a challenger's victim, so she doesn't.
Yeah.
she
You
might-
don't
Yeah.
know. You don't know.
She could.
Have you seen her? Maybe the challenger liked to fight with drills taped to his hands. We don't fucking know.
GG. Oh, I hate that.
he's played too much Mega Man.
Yeah.
Call me Drill Man.
Drill man.
Fighting robot. Okay, artisms. Going fucking high.
Mega Man.
Super fighting robot. It's a fucking best song ever.
Best song.
She was rescued by Nari the night he came in and started blasting on the challenger. Sorry.
So I started blasting.
Yeah, I forgot it. Forgot I put the It's Always Sunny reference in there.
It's fucking good. It's fucking good.
After that, she was in the hospital until the night a bunch of nurses fell into coma mysteriously. Like I don't got it. I feel like I should have a really good joke for that, but I don't. That's just fucking weird.
Yeah. It's very
How does
weird.
how does this not be the #1 mystery that everyone in the world is trying to figure out right
Yeah, they just like oh, they're like, oh yeah, and there was this thing, this happened. Like
Like,
everyone's
yeah,
like,
13
what?
nurses just happened to pass out, and then a patient disappeared. Like,
This is like Baki level shit, you know?
right.
Yeah.
Mhm. Like, seriously, no one is looking into this. We're diving into the id wells of people with holes in their head. This person made 13 people simultaneously get knocked out and then disappeared. Find
Yep.
that person. Right.
Find that person. That will solve a
nuts.
lot of shit.
Feel like
Figure
this
it
is a
out.
big missing puzzle piece to our problems.
But then they're just like, no, that happens. That shit happens, dude. You know how many people are?
dude.
You know how many people are in the world? You don't think people pass out at the same time all the time? Y'all fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's just happened to be 13 people in the same room.
Yeah, it's
Right,
fucking.
it's fine.
This happens all the time.
Supposedly, a lot of the data has been erased by Momoki, but also he's been independently working the case. Togo downstairs says they need to continue trying to rescue Hanamachi, which, yeah, they didn't explicitly say it until then, but we knew that she was just gonna be stuck in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they couldn't see what she was seeing now because she was a level further down.
If they fucking say now that she's 2 levels deep, if she dies for real, I'm necking myself. They're just stealing it.
But they're not even the same person, so I don't know how that would work.
They're
You know what I
stealing
mean?
it. They're
I
stealing
wonder if she's a different person in that one. you
Oh,
know?
like her name's different.
Oh.
She's wearing
She's
a
back to
different.
herself.
She's wearing a different getup. She only has one thigh high on.
But back in Nari's Idwell, there is the Perforator's avatar, Anido. He's sort of just openly speaking out loud about how there's numbers and this doesn't make sense. There's too many variables, and he really is just trying to brute force it like we do on puzzles when we don't want to use our fucking brains on. Like an action game that you're just like having a lot of fun, and then suddenly it's like puzzle, and you're like, yeah, but I'm
just gonna try to clip through this fucking wall. Like, I'm not trying to do this shit right now. Yeah, and I felt this. I felt this on a real fucking level. I was like, yeah, all right, dude. Whatever.
Except he gets struck by lightning for it.
Yeah.
Also, I found it interesting Hanamachi did all her thinking internally, right? Like, I don't remember if Sakaido, whenever he was talking, like, to himself, being the brilliant detective, was, like, speaking out loud or to himself. But it's way different for this guy because he's just speaking out loud all the time. Just, no, this is worthless, everyone.
This fucking
Well,
sucks.
he's got a hole in his head, so maybe he's not capable of having that internal dialogue.
But I don't know if they can hear their thoughts, like the avatar's thoughts. So I don't know if their perspective of watching Hanamachi solve things is just like this silent girl just like looking at things.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I have a lot of questions because like it would help them out a lot if they could follow her train of thought and like
I think Sakaido speaks out loud.
Yeah.
Like, because when he was looking at the puddle of blood, he was like, "Oh yeah, I saw this already," and the guy's like, "What? That's too fast!" And like,
yeah.
So
I don't like. Please don't ever fucking do that again.
You fucking nailed that one. That's better than
exactly what happened.
I
That's
hated
exactly what happened. I hated it so much. I hate that over dramatization of people being.
Yeah, that's why. That's why
only because you don't have coffee on.
It's hard for me to say how much I loved Demon Slayer without thinking about how much I hated Zenitsu.
No, I love that shit. That was
that's what you're talking
So
about.
That was so over the top that it was funny. Like, this
No.
is like a very serious anime.
Yeah, it was really funny. I laughed
super
all the
fucking
time.
funny.
I laughed every time.
That's all he fucking did every episode until he.
Because then when he fucking sleeps, he's like fucking God, dude. That's just hilarious.
And it was great, but he's just too over the top for me. Okay.
Yeah, but he gets so over the top that he passes out and then becomes God. Like, I'm there for that. I'm there for that.
Mhm.
No, can't do it.
Mhm.
Whatever, dude. Eat my ass.
Where am I?
I'm using your intestines like a fucking fleshlight, dude.
Good.
The perforator ejects from his seat. It's his 20th death and only the third time he's been over 2 minutes. I bet he was just walking in straight line this whole time.
Yeah, every time they're like, fucking turn. Go look anywhere else,
anything
dude.
else.
Yeah.
Nah, just gonna walk straight.
But he's not gonna remember. Like, how much do they remember in between these deaths, right? Because like
nothing. It's just
right. Then I would just keep doing the same thing too. I'd be like if
That's
you
what I'm
put me in a
saying.
new, like, I wouldn't learn because I don't have information from the past.
Yeah.
He assumes he's about to go back in, but they tell him he's got some other well to fucking suck at. The old detective is back at Momoki's. He finds it weird there were no cognition particles by the body or anywhere in the house, but in the bedroom. And considering he killed an old man, that draws like interesting conclusions right there. Basically, the plan calls for the Perforator and Nari to jump into the Idwell of Momoki together. Inside, they will probably find a cockpit to jump into, Kiki to save Hanamachi. The second person not in Kiki will be able to rescue the other, and they can get everyone out. Except this really depends on there being some sort of shared consciousness, you know? Like, there's a lot of profound meanings coming from what they're attempting to do. This was the big thing that I was talking about. Like, it's crazy that they can even jump into the well together, because I figured this was a simulation that they were, like, personally having.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. I wish they were wrong about one thing in all these things they were assuming.
But these are some big assumptions, and they're all right so far.
Huge.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally like a kid that like gets through an obstacle course by like pure chance, you know?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that kid knows how to, that kid's a fucking gymnast.
Like, no, I just ran.
Tumbled.
I was just
just fucking tumbled through it.
Just fucking
that was just me
around,
getting
dude.
through high school. Every fucking test, just like B.
Yeah.
and then the teacher's like, God damn, he's smart as fuck. You're like,
You're fucking genius.
No,
Okay.
no, I'm not.
He had the written essay. He just wrote the letter D. But
But damn, it's fucking profound.
Probably says that I would get this.
Like. Also, Perforator points out that it's really hard to have two brilliant detectives in a story. They both can't be extremely brilliant because no one will reach the same solution first, and then the other one will be inevitably wrong. He questions if the system would fall apart when one of them loses the detective status. They don't care. They're like, we're doing it.
Not at all.
hate that like, he says this whole long thing about like, okay, so this is why this isn't going to work.
Yeah.
And then they're like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. You're still doing it.
Right. Fucking
I just
strap in. Here's your helmet, go.
I hate his reasoning behind it. He's like, if there's two of us that fucking
no, it's really right because
it's
they have
fair. Like one of us is going to be wrong.
There's so many mental barriers
is
on this. Like
fine.
they have to forget everything, right? And like there's going to be like this whole system they don't understand.
I just don't like that the dumb guy is trying to be smart. That's all I don't like. Okay?
No, it's not even smart. Like, because there's two of them. Right now, when it's one of them, the idea is that they have to figure it out on their own, right? If there's two of them, they have to convince the other one too that they're right? And then,
also,
go ahead.
You're also kind of like forgetting that like Perforator, like his avatar is dumb, but that's just because he doesn't really like fucking care or like try. Okay. It seems like, but like the actual guy is like a genius. They made a point of like pointing that out.
Whatever, dude.
It's just it was such a valid point to bring up for them to just kind of like gloss over and be like, just go ahead and do it anyway, and then be like, add another line that's like, well, maybe he's a little right. Why?
Anyways, Sakaido stands up. Sand falls off him. File 08. Desertified.
Desertified.
Desertified. It's not a word.
It's not a word.
When I saw the title for this episode, I was like, are they going to be in like in a world of ice cream? And
right.
Like, oh no, desert. Got it.
File 08. Desertified.
File 08. Desertified. I remember I said what the fuck out loud when the title popped up. Desertified. Yeah, I'm like, that's not a fucking.
Like, did you even fucking try?
Yeah, it's not even a kind of a word. You should have just said trapinated. Like
could you imagine that these are like actual files that like someone in the future has to go through? And they're like, yeah, do you have that desertified file? Like, who the fuck named it desertified? Yeah. Why?
Like, I didn't even
like
saying
a fucking idiot because I just met like I physically mimed a guy on a keyboard going, hey, desertified, but I have an actual keyboard literally 3 inches in front of me.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, it's fucking.
You're an idiot.
Anaido and Sakaido both have amnesia as usual until they see Kairo. This time she's sort of just laying in sand. This is one of the least gruesome scenes we have found in Kairo. There's really nothing but sand here. Anakin would hate it.
Yep.
A detective remarks that Momoki's well is desolate, and Toko gives a murderous stare at the accusation. I think she's like just trying to prove that, the guy's innocent. In the well, they both greet each other as brilliant detectives. Anaido goes,
oh, Kyle's dying. And Naito goes, did Naito cough? Did Naito cough?
I could feel a tickle like building in my throat, and it's just not. It's not going away.
Okay. All right.
And Naito goes to shake his hand, but Sakaido wants to be the better Sherlock clone and refuses to move his hands. He has work to do. Sakaido examines the body of Kaoru. She clearly died of dehydration and elemental exposure. Element exposure, not elemental exposure. Then he notices that the brilliant detectives and all have pale spots on the wrists. Also, there's footsteps leading from Kairu's body. Sakaido points out that if they travel far, they will end up like Kaoru. And Naito is like, damn, you really are smart, and starts like finger gunning him on it. It's fucking goofy.
He really
So
does
good.
finger gun. The finger gun was great.
That's legitimately like I'd never related more with a character in my life, dude.
Right.
I fucking hit people with the finger guns all the time.
No, you don't, dude. I've never seen you finger gun.
You never once finger gunned me.
How many times on this podcast have you finger gunned? 0 times.
I don't do it to a fucking camera because that feels weird. I'm like, hey, you can't even really see it. Like
Kyle just did it, and it looked it looked great.
Yeah,
I like to keep them low from the hip. All right, I don't like to go. I go like, you know.
Whatever, dude.
And Naito also uses his brilliant detective powers to deduce that that's what Kaoru is here for. Her corpse meat probably is cooked real good in this nice dry heat. Like, I mean, you leave it out and you have a good temperature, it's just gonna bet that meat gonna fall off the bones.
Stop it.
Sakaido mentions that drinking blood will just dehydrate them. Dehydrate them. He's confused how a Naito can be a brilliant detective. That clearly their best survival is to get into water sports and start pissing on their clothes.
Right.
I've never heard of this like method of like survival. I didn't Google it. I'm gonna assume this is slight bullshit, but
I didn't know what I do for fun on Sundays is like, people's survival methods in the desert.
Oh, I knew that.
This is definitely one of those things. Like, if I ever find myself in a desert, like I would do,
just piss on yourself.
Because I saw it in this show, and then like I would die, and they'd be like, I don't understand why you.
It's
like,
bullshit.
What do you think I was gonna do?
It's bullshit that he says you shouldn't drink your piss when Bear Grylls was very adamant about drinking your own piss.
But no, he makes a filtration system, doesn't he?
It doesn't matter. No. Drink your piss.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't, because I thought it was that like it's safe to drink your piss the first time.
Yeah.
But drinking it after that, there's too much like build up, and it's just not. It's not good.
You're just drinking pure toxins the second time you drink your own piss.
Yeah, I thought you could just go straight piss one pass,
I mean, it depends on how much water you're like. If you're just constantly drinking water and then like just making your piss part of that, like you might be able to be okay.
Let's get some bottles and test this, boys.
All right.
Yeah, dude.
We need to test the dilution of piss.
New YouTube video. Let's drink our own piss.
So 2 piss stinking dudes are walking in the desert. I doubt this got to feel like a great plan, considering the clothes now probably feel heavy with all the piss.
Yeah. And the heat is just like, it's heating it up and it's making the piss like, evaporate. So you're just smelling it even harder. I hate it.
All I can think of. Yeah, I don't know.
So much piss, dude.
The 2 detectives fight over the course of action. Sakaido wants to drink in all the dead girl with his eyes, and Naito wants to follow the fucking literal trail of footprints.
Yeah.
And Naito does the more sensible thing and walks off, only for Sakaido to literally catch up to him later because of how inept he is. Like, how did he catch up?
Yeah, I didn't get that either. I was like, he was walking for a minute. Like, how did he just instantly teleport to him?
Yeah, because Naito's like out of breath and sweating.
And then he literally just want to look at dead girl.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. He probably got it in real quick, He
was staring at the bottom of her skirt before Naito walked away. I'm just saying.
It's true, dude.
Not good. I don't like it.
Sakaido somehow knows that the sun is exactly where it was, so likely there is no exit to this desert. They're probably out there in some world like from Dune or something. I don't know. And they're following the footsteps, and the story gets reduced to just them, the footsteps, and the watch thief. It's starting to feel like the first line to Stephen King's Gunslinger. A hawk distracts Sakaido enough for him to fall down the side of a sandhill into quicksand. I think Perforator grew up in the same generation we did because he respects how omnipresent the danger of quicksand might be.
Mhm.
Sakaido at first struggles and sinks faster, but Anido says that struggling in hell is what feeds it, so you need to just crawl out of it. Which is just, yeah, like we talked about before. It was just, it was like, I don't even, like,
Yeah.
I don't even, I was just
Like,
like
I
speaking
just
philosophical.
if I saw someone like sinking in quicksand, I would just start saying some philosophical shit at them. You know,
Right.
like,
Well, then he
"Is
gets
God
out.
real?" You
Then
know?
he gets. The thing is dude gets out. Sakaido gets out, and he's like, "Maybe you are a brilliant detective." And then I was like, "No, I just said some shit, dude. I read that in a
Nah.
book at one point. I thought it was some dope shit to say before you died."
Yeah, I was just
We-
thinking about hell because that's probably where you're going when you
Yeah,
die. You
yeah.
know, like,
You're a piece of
that's,
shit. Yeah.
You know how good of a story it would be if there was a character that was literally useless, but just like in any dangerous point, he was just speaking philosophical bullshit that like didn't help at all.
Yeah, like
That
if
would be me.
Sakaido just died here, and he's like, "What the fuck, dude?" He's like, "I just read it. I don't know."
Yeah. That'd absolutely be me.
Oh,
I would
100% would be
absolutely
you.
just sit there and just be like, "You guys believe in free will?"
Yeah.
Like, there's like a whole battle going on, and I'm just like, standing in the back.
In the interrogation room, some idiots are taunting and goading Momoki. Momoki is staying silent. Dude's waiting for his lawyer like any respectable person should do. Remember, Trap House Gang. Lawyer up.
Lawyer the fuck
You don't-
up, dude.
You don't say nothing. The only word you say if you get arrested is lawyer. That's it.
Yeah,
If you
that's it.
need an example of this, go watch Daredevil. Nope, not Daredevil. Luke Cage. All right. When the one dude gets arrested, he's just like lawyer. And that's
Yeah.
all he says when they ask questions. That's what you do.
Yep, 100%.
Mhm. The idiots mention that they are in a well, which confuses Momoki until he starts to panic. He demands that they need to be ejected from the well. God, I gotta say at this point, I really am curious what the mystery is here. Like, it's just, he like panicked like he knew what it had to be, and I don't know how he knows or like
Right.
what.
The
It's
the
interesting.
build the
I'm
build up
telling you
is great.
because
The build up
because
is fucking
he
great.
knows that he's not a serial killer. And he knows that this shit was all planted on him by John Walker because it's his fucking outfit and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so he set this up, right? And the same thing with the Challenger thing. They knew, like, he knew that by getting the Gravedigger, they were going to find his equipment and then go back to the Challenger's house,
Yep.
right? And like planted that too. So,
yeah.
or like maybe it's not a fabricated Idwell, but he's implanting things in the Idwell.
Yeah.
So,
In the Idwell, Anido and Sakaido are becoming buddies. They helped each other out, pissing on stuff, you know.
Talking about fun
Naito
stuff like
mentioned-
drinking blood and eating people.
Thinking about they've been in holes together, you know.
Holes
Naito
together.
mentions that he can carry Sakaido because he feels like if anyone should go first, if it's him. Then they
Yeah.
both find something and start laughing real hard. And it's just a hand sticking out of a quicksand pit. And this is the part where you remember that these are serial killers.
Yeah.
Still.
Yep. Laughing at this dude that's got his face ate by a hawk. They're like,
but he like stole their watches or whatever. right?
Sure.
That was the whole thing.
sure, dude.
Yeah, there's a part where Naito makes a remark that it's weird to steal a watch in the desert. And Sakaido was dumbstruck. He's like, he actually thought this was a fucking
Right, like,
stolen
we were
watch.
just calling him that.
Yeah.
And I'm dumbstruck that they aren't pointing out that the sun never moves. So, like, time, how do you tell? I don't know.
Right.
The dead body looked hella fucked up for the suffocation. A hawk circles from above. The two detectives notice something poking out of his hand. It's a cockpit. They check the cockpit, and yup, it's Kiki. Boom! We diving in a well within a well, gang.
Hell yeah.
Sakaido
Dude.
feels like this is all meant to be, and he has a feeling of certainty in his gut that he's onto something. Elsewhere in the building, in the real world, Momoki is shouting that this is a trap.
It's a tarp.
It's a tarp.
It's a fucking tarp,
End
dude.
episode.
I gave this episode a Sherlock out of Inception because there's dummy but smart dummy with dumb smarty brothers
Yeah.
for Sherlock,
Yeah.
and then
That's-
Inception because come on,
Yeah.
Because come on,
You
just
don't.
look
Yeah.
at it.
You don't gotta explain Inception.
come on.
They're gonna
200%
like, actually add
Inception.
totems into this shit at one point and just be
Yeah.
like, yeah, you already knew. Like
They're
we were
just-
already ripping off everything else.
Yeah.
No,
They're
I
just
think
gonna
they'll
say
get to the
fuck
next
it.
level down, and Kairu won't be there.
Oh.
know?
Ooh.
Ooh.
There's so much. There's so many questions, you know, and it's so
Yeah.
they're good questions. They're all good questions, and it makes
I
me
am-
happy.
I'm very nervous that this first season will end with little to no resolution. Like,
Mm.
I'm nervous the next set of episodes will just be Honomachi and Hokkaido just trying to fucking survive in that next well, and everyone
It'll
trying
be
to get out.
no, it'll be just them looking off in the distance like some X-Files ending. Like, one day we might know if there's more to
Right.
this world.
Or like it'll straight up be like B-Stars where like this gets kind of resolved, but we don't find out anything about John Walker.
Don't fucking
And
mention
then
that show.
the last thing is that you see someone like from the John Walker point of view walking through, and everyone's like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" And then it's like, "Oh, damn, he is part of the well side team, but like we don't know who he
No.
is."
Don't ruin this, dude.
Can you stop? Like, that's a trigger for me at this
I'm
point.
scared. I'm just saying that I'm scared. Like I the last couple of anime that we've watched have been really good until the last batch because they
Yeah.
don't resolve anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
And
right.
that's what I'm nervous about.
You're right. They need to resolve like why that dude knows shit but doesn't know shit. What happens in the well within a well, and then give us more questions. Like they don't need to like solve who's John Walker yet. You know, like that can easily.
But they need to
just
tell
keep
us.
going.
They need to show us as viewers. Like give us some direction of who it is, right? Like
Maybe.
like
I don't even think
give
they
me
need to do
some-
that, dude. Like just say what he's doing, like what his plan is, like with the well within a well shit.
Yeah, and that's fine, but like I don't know how you do that without finding out who it is.
You could do stuff. You can do stuff.
Or maybe like his face is a little bit less like pixelated in like the second well,
Yeah.
you know? And then, like
Ooh,
the
there you
deeper
go.
they go in the wells, it gets like less
See,
and less pixelated.
that would be fantastic. And then like the next season, they're gonna have to go like 40 wells deep, and like every
Well-
well deeper you go, shit gets more and
Hey,
more fucked.
I'm
Hey, how many wells?
Hey, how many wells deep you going though, dog?
because the other thing we didn't talk a lot about on the on that trained episode or whatever, where the old detective guy like talks to Honomachi and was like, I don't want you on my team because you're fucking crazy. Like,
Yeah.
you are out here just trying to straight murder people, and I don't want you to go be a brilliant detective because
Yeah.
you're better warranted on that side. Like that,
Yeah.
that I think there's something there with that too. Like they just set a lot of these set pieces that could be used, but like again, I'm just burnt on everything
Yeah.
that every anime we've seen at this point. Like all these set pieces are set, and then at the end, it's like wait till the second season to see how it resolves. And it's like,
Yeah.
"Come on, dude,
We've
just give
definitely
me
been
some sort of
hurt.
resolution."
Definitely been hurt. We'll see. I don't want to be hurt with this one though, because I really like it.
That's why Kimono Michi was perfect. You know, it just straight up ended. Straight up ended.
Like
Like
fully done. Fully
But it's a
fucking
little bit-
finished.
It's a little bit better than fucking when they like say they're gonna do another season. You're like, but how?
Yeah.
like I never checked out what Code Geass did, but I still have no fucking idea where they're going with that shit.
Right. I do really. We should watch that, dude. Second season
Yeah.
of Code Geass. That'd be great.
I don't think I've seen the first season.
You need to fix that.
Well, it's not that. It's like it's a new show of Code Geass. It's not a season because Code Geass ran for a few seasons, right? So,
Shut up.
but yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, that's I don't know. It happens sometimes where you're just like, I don't know how they're doing a second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. With this, they could easily do it if they don't find out who John Walker is, and then we can get more weird fucking serial killers, dude.
But it would
This-
have been
yeah.
you could
Maybe-
find out, you could end and resolve the John Walker arc at the end of this season, and then the next season literally be about how many serial killers did he make and was he working with a
Right.
team of people.
I just
Like-
want episode 12 to involve like I gave you my number. Thought you might call.
Thought you might call. Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Give me that Moriarty.
Right. Yeah. So that's that. That's the show. I think that's everything we got to say about that. I don't.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
It's good, you know? It's
It's good.
weird. It's weird because it's so much different than the shit I normally like watching. Like shonen.
Yeah.
Like I like anime to watch people get fucked up. And this is more like brain fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this is like I'm
Well,
gonna fuck you up with brain shit.
This is really scratching like my itch because I don't know why I'm saying it because I still fucking haven't watched season 2 of Psycho Pass, but Psycho Pass 1 was one of my favorite things I've ever watched. And
See, I never
this is
seen
scratching
it.
my itch.
I never watched it.
It's kind
I
of a
never
similar
watched
thing.
Psycho
It
Pass, yeah.
also gets fucking weird. Holy shit.
Like Psychopaths, and then what was the other one? Like Mob
Psycho.
Mob Psycho's
Mob
more
Psycho?
like One Punch Man.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my shit.
I always
Because
get
it's the
those
same thing.
two. I get
We
those
need-
two always mixed
We've
up.
had our shonens. We've had our fucking mental shonens. Next, we need. I want a horror, like gore anime. That's what I want.
Or okay,
Pass.
okay.
Our horror.
Pass.
You know what I'm saying?
Is the
Hey,
Junji Ito one out yet?
Pass.
dude, let's do some Junji Ito anime.
Pass.
Oh yeah.
That'd be dope.
Plus, Junji Ito fucks with the holes.
Pass.
He fucks with holes. He is the whole king, dude.
Yeah.
Junji
Exactly.
Ito's whole king.
We are the whole fanatics.
Right. He is our Lord
Pass.
and Savior, whole king.
Oh my god. I want to see Harris just fucking resent us
Pass.
for 3 weeks. It's just like
We're gonna be like, Harris, how'd you like it? He's just gonna like just shake his head and not talk the whole
I
episode.
haven't slept all week. I
Yep.
don't know what to tell you.
I am upset
like-
with everybody.
It will literally go down like that. I mean, like, every week you'll just see like more and more bags under my
Yeah,
eyes. and you'll
like I
be
just
like,
can't. I can't, guys.
I can't do this anymore.
I
guys."
can't.
Especially if it's
do it.
Junji Ito shit. Like if it's done well, it's fucking terrifying.
I remember the one thing you showed me by Junji Ito of the whole thing, and that fucked me up
Yeah.
forever.
It's good.
It's beautiful.
Pass.
Maybe we should do that for our manga
Pass.
readings.
Oh my god.
Some
I
Junji
I
Ito.
fucking recommend that right away.
I know.
Pass.
Shout out Holes. Shout out Junji
Shout out-
Ito. Shout out fucking Thigh Highs.
Shout out
yeah,
snakes.
Shout out Thigh Highs for sure.
Shout
Shout
out
out
snakes.
Thigh-Highs, dude.
Shout out
Shout out
intestines.
pits. Shout out sand. I don't
Shout
know.
out falling.
Shout out
Falling.
Hole Holes.
Trying to
Houses.
kill me.
Shout
Shout
out.
out.
Shout out floating blood puddles.
Yep.
Shout out dry just things in general.
Shout out
Yeah.
butts. If you Patreon, stay tuned for our post show. And shout out Patreon people and shout out people
Shout
that
out.
can't give us money. You know, thanks for watching. We love you
Yeah.
guys.
We don't
Love
think
you.
of you any
Thank you
less
for
just because you
listening.
don't give us money.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah,
That's right.
for
You're-
sure.
You're all the same to us.
We
You know,
still
You're all-
appreciate you guys.
you're all garbage.
I
Every
mean, you're
one of you.
listening to us, and that's a pretty good. That's really good right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
That's awesome for us. It's probably not great for you if you're listening.
No.
to it.
Yeah.
You.
I mean, it's
yeah.
honestly, it's terrible for me because I don't need this ego like stroke more. So it's honestly just bad for both of us.
Yeah, because if you tell people, yeah, I listen to this, and then you show them this, they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, why are you like this?
Yeah. Who?
That's gonna be me. That's gonna be me when I get my hat and start fucking wearing it at work. And like,
Yeah.
there's me one guy who Googles it for sure.
Yeah. I'm like, why are you the way that you are? Shout out
Yeah.
Holes.
Holes.
Shout out Holes.